Hello, filmmakers out there. Hello, Matthias. How are you doing?
Hi, Rainer. I'm doing fine. Thank you very, very much. And we have something very special coming up today and a very special guest as well. We are talking about things like this, the Tiny Planet mode, but not only in Tiny Planet, all sorts of 360 videos. And we thought it might be a good idea to have a special agent, a 360 special agent, somebody from London, city of James Bond, and he is maybe the James Bond in 360, I don't know, but here he is, Shanil Kawol from London. Hi, good to see you, Shanil.
Hello, thanks for having
Hello,
me. How are you
Shanil.
guys?
Tell us how you got to this technique and, the passion for 360-degree videos.
Well, I'm Shanil, and I basically am a 360 video creator and trainer. And I think the first time I watched a 360 video was when I was at my former job. So I used to be a UX designer, designing mobile apps. And someone brought a headset, VR headset to my desk. It was a Google Cardboard. They said, "You've got to check this out. You love horror. So watch this 360 horror." I put it on and I started like screaming in the office because I got immersed in this world and I completely lost that I was in the office and I was screaming. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then I took the glass off and realized I was back in the office and I was really embarrassed. So when I put it on for the first time, I realized like this is some crazy immersive experience. I want to learn how to make these videos.
Maybe we just take a look into one of your videos to get a first impression of 360 videos. And you do not use it typically as a 360 look, more or less, but in a special way for your common video, more or less.
So for people who are not that familiar with these kind of videos, with these 360 or overcapture videos, how did you do that?
When you take a sphere of video, so when you record with a 360 camera, it has two lenses, and each of these lenses can see more than 180 degrees. And then when you're filming, it's capturing everything around you. So everything to the front of you, back, left, right, top, and bottom. Compare that to your mobile phone, it's only going to film what's in front of you and where you point the camera, but a 360 camera captures everything around you in a sphere. And in editing, you get to choose what you show your audience. So you can show them where you're walking, you can show yourself, you can show what's happening to the left. So you will never miss the moment. Wow, what a day in Cardiff. And with that technique, this is called a stitch line, the side of the 360 camera. Anything thinner than the stitch line, like this selfie stick, for example, it will be automatically invisible. So in the video, it looked like there was a cameraman following me, but actually it was just me with a selfie stick and a 360 camera. The selfie stick, I'm holding it in my hand, but it's automatically invisible. So then I have a floating camera in front of me that's just floating in midair, capturing me whilst I walk. Having a 360 camera as if you have a virtual cameraman with you is a powerful way for independent filmmakers, independent journalists to tell their stories without having a camera crew with them. And that's the USP of a 360 camera.
Be more dynamic and interesting. Walk and talk to tell your story and show your audience where you are. Be more dynamic and interesting. Walk and talk to tell your story and show your audience what's happening around you.
But you did another video on a very practical aspect of work when you want to do an interview, for example, and you don't have a whole crew or various cameras with you. And then you just place the 360-degree video camera in between you and your interview partner. And let's have a look at that.
And what challenges did you face with these cameras?
So obviously it's very cold, so cameras struggle in the cold, and also it's very dark most of the time in Iceland at that time of the year. So I needed something that could survive the cold and shoot well in low light.
But that was actually just the GoPro Max in that example. There was no microphones attached to us. I just positioned the GoPro Max really near to us because I knew it had shotgun-like microphone performance. I put the stitch line in the middle so that it wouldn't interfere with our faces. And we already warned each other not to cross that line, so we wouldn't have any obvious stitching errors. And I told I told the interviewee to speak loud so that the camera could pick it up. So I was just kind of creating these best practices on the spot to help the camera as much as possible, make it look like we were filming an interview with multiple cameras when it was just a 360 camera by itself with no microphones.
You just received the newest, the latest camera that just came out, right? So the Insta 1X, 1R were the first ones, and now there's something else.
The Insta 360 1X2, which is the sequel to the 1X. The first big improvement is the camera body. It has improved a lot, but now the 1X2 by itself without a case is waterproof up to 10 meters, which is a huge improvement, because before you had to buy a venture case for the 1X. The battery of the 1X is tiny, but if you look at the battery of the 1X2, I mean, that is huge. And I used to get about 45 to 60 minutes battery life on the 1X. And on the 1X2, I'm getting about 90 to 105 minutes. You also have a USB-C port on the 1X2. The old 1X was micro USB. The new one has 4 microphones compared to 3. The base of the camera, you won't see it here, but the base has been improved, where they've moved the micro SD card inside the battery compartment to keep it waterproof. Also got a touch screen, so you can now set your manual settings on the screen itself. So for me, the biggest improvement from the 1X to the 1X2 is the usability. It saves me time. But in terms of the video quality and the video resolution modes, they are exactly the same.
And I think one thing I really liked about the Insta 360 is this clone effect. Does the new camera has it as well? I think that was really something. I mean, this takes you quite a long time to develop this with a Premiere or After Effects even.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Insta 360 are really focusing on AI. Insta 360 app, Shot Lab, AI will do it for you in minutes. It's nuts. Without expensive editing software, without the learning curve of learning how to cut things out, all that time taken out, and the app will do it for you. And the result is good enough for social media. It's good enough for Instagram. Like, no one's going to notice the difference between an After Effects cut and the app edit. It's just a quick glance. So yeah, it's really impressive what they're doing with AI editing. I think it's incredible.
We have this invisible selfie stick that comes with the cameras, or is additional gear actually. And then there's also a longer version of that stick. Or we also did that when we were last year on that Mojo Fest. We did it and put it on a boom pole as well, so that we had like 3 meters of a huge selfie stick where we put the camera on top. So what is the advantage?
So Insta 360 have a 3-meter selfie stick, which can be invisible with a 360 camera. So it can look like you have a drone with you when it's just literally a camera on a stick. Now you can achieve a drone-like effect without using a drone.
And it feels really like a drone following you. So this is still one of my favorite effects on 360-degree cameras.
And what I always like in these extreme positions of the camera is really to switch into that tiny planet mode. I love the tiny planet. There is a lot of content with a tiny planet, but I still do love it. In some situations, it's just amazing results. But Shanil, are there some more hacks that you would like to share with the fellow filmmakers out there that are watching this video, what they should try out with a 360 cam that they might haven't tried out yet?
I think there are so many ways to rig your 360 camera. I mean, you could put it on your car and get a crazy time shift effect of where you're going. So time shift is essentially speeding up time. And you'll see in my latest 1X2 launch video, there are 2 very good examples of a time shift where I walked from one side of Millennium Bridge all the way up to St. Paul's Cathedral, and that walk took me about 10 minutes, but in the final shot it's only 8 seconds. And what you see is just this pan around Millennium Bridge as it comes to St. Paul's Cathedral. I mean, try doing that with a normal camera. It's impossible.
It is an emerging technology that is getting better and better and better, and there will be more features for sure. And we are very excited to know how this guy here is taking this technology to the next level, and hopefully have you back in our show in one of the future episodes. Great to have you on board, Shanil. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Thank you. And see you on one of the next episodes.
And don't forget to watch some of Shanil's amazing tutorials, very inspiring. See you soon in one of our following episodes. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye, Shanil. Ciao.
Bye.